Sashi Ugi Juxing Metok Drum Rirang Shin Yinde Gyempadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Jokun Namdak Shingla Juparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami Sangye Chidam Sogi Jagnamba Jamchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chenyen Gibe Sanamki Drola Venchir Sangye Druparsho Sangye Chidang Sogi Chognamla Jamchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chenyen Gibe Sanamki Jola Benshir Sangye Druparsho Sangye Chidang Sogi Chognamba Jamchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chenyen Gibe Sanamki Jola Benshir Sangye Druparsho.
Those berry things are downstairs.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Tons.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Can I take some home?
Yeah. There's so much.
He's
Krishna,
got,
there's
he's
like.
got box. I can give you a box.
Because I think Veronica. I think Veronica.
Want to take some home?
Just so we can get you a box.
You would like one now.
Is there a problem? Oh yeah, that's good for
Cup and
cancer.
some warm water.
Not to have cancer.
Right.
Cancer loves it.
And the cancer can go like itself.
Okay. This text is the hardest one because I didn't start words yet. But it's extremely difficult. So I would like to review for you guys where we are.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's like impossible. So I'm going to go quickly through the meaning so far. Okay. We're going to examine whether a person who's seeing emptiness directly has a mind at that moment or not. Okay. If you say they do have a mind, okay, and you say if they do, then it must have nawa. It must have some kind of, what do you call it?
It must appear. It must.
Oh, it must see an appearance? It must
The implication is a self-existent nawa. Okay, it must be seeing things through images. Okay, which according to that person means they can't be seeing emptiness. You see?
Right. Yeah, that's an appearance.
So if you say, if they do have a state of mind at that time, then they would have to be having some kind of discursive thought.
Right.
He says, then you don't understand the slightest whiff of Majjhimika, and I'm not wasting my time with you. Okay, got it?
Three sum.
Okay.
Slightest with three sum.
Chitam, yeah.
Chitam.
You didn't. You don't have the tiniest taste of Majjhimika. I'm not wasting my time. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about it. Okay, if you think there's something wrong with having a mind during the direct perception of emptiness, because that mind would have to be operating in the normal world. Okay, go away. Okay, got it? Now, let's examine the more interesting question, which is people who say you don't have a mind at that time. Okay, what did the last guy say? You have, but if you have, you must be using discursive thought, normal thought. Come on, you go away. Now these are more interesting, these other guys that say, no, your mind turns off during the direct perception. Has to, must. That's more interesting. Let's talk about that. And there's the chepa that means examination.
Okay.
So, Nelo went to Girpana, so you know, We just had this manifest reality.
Mm-hmm.
Emptiness, the way things are, has become manifest reality to you. Okay, as if you were pouring water into water. Okay, and
Or Marla Marshakpa.
and the mind has what do you call it?
Mesh.
Confused.
The
Become
mind has
indivisible.
merged with emptiness completely.
Dissolved. in-
Okay, so therefore there cannot be mind at that time.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Oh well. Okay, then why doesn't the emptiness dissolve into the mind?
Right.
You say the mind dissolves into the emptiness, so there's no mind. But
Right.
how about we just say the emptiness dissolves in the mind? They merged.
Yeah, right. So now
Okay.
emptiness is
So
a
forget
changing
that.
thing.
Don't tell me the merge thing. Okay, I'm not interested. Welcome. Nice dress. So then he says, now look, did the guy have a state of mind at the last minute before he saw emptiness? Did he have a state of mind or not? Was his mind working or not?
Yes.
Okay. And you want me to believe that there's no result of that state of mind? Okay. Okay. And the guy says, yeah. That's what I say.
Right.
And he says, okay, is that a Mayangak or a Megak?
Right.
Meh.
Yeah, it's a Megak. Something's missing. Something's
Yeah.
gone. Is something self-existent missing?
I mean,
No.
I mean,
No, the mind
No.
is not self. The
Right.
mind is the normal thing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The mind is the absence of a banana is not emptiness. Okay, that's just a banana. Okay,
Jimmy.
okay. The absence of something which is self-existent is emptiness.
Right.
But the absence of just a normal thing, come on, you know, that's emptiness. So okay,
Yeah.
okay.
okay. Chima kieshin ngawa chipala tenayan. Okay. Oh, well, he says the last state of mind of the person at Jorlam,
Yeah.
yeah, that exists, and the next minute there's nothing. Okay. So are you telling me that's why it's emptiness? Because it came from something stopping? And he says, yeah. He says, well, how about, you know, the last time you got pissed off at your friend?
Yeah.
That also came from the finishing of the moment before.
Right.
Is being pissed off at your friend a direct perception of emptiness?
Or stopping.
Come
them.
on.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, okay?
Yeah.
It has come into being from the stopping of the moment before.
okay.
So, is all things that come into being from the stopping of the moment before is the direct perception of emptiness? Come on. Every moment of mine is the stopping of the moment before. There's nothing special about that. Okay, this is guilt subject. Okay. No, long on it, you
You can't use normal logic.
We're not talking about the normal state of mind.
these
This
people.
state of mind has never happened before. He says, okay, we'll take the second moment of being pissed off at your friend. That also never happened before. Okay? Like Gelson J's having fun with this guy.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright? It's, by the way, it's very difficult. So also that guy doesn't have a state of mind. So why Kadwa means why do you think the Arya is something special? That the guy who was pissed off at his friend for the second moment also didn't have the state of mind before. Why you make a big deal about the Arya state of mind when this other guy had the same thing? He had a unique state of mind. Got it? Never happened before.
Right.
Because that was yesterday. Okay, got it?
Yep. This is nice.
So okay la nisa no in lo yina. Papa nyam sha na yam. Tawe no chichin misha. If a normal person can have a mind that's discursive, okay,
Uh-huh.
then I don't understand this one. Do you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that I came to a clear understanding of it here.
Yeah. If a normal person has a screwed up mind, then shouldn't an Arya in that state have a mind that isn't screwed up?
Yeah.
Who's saying that?
We are.
Yeah. That's
Oh, okay.
our position.
He does have it in the mind, but it's not screwed up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shouldn't there
He's
be
like,
such
why
a
do you have
thing
to
as
say
a-
there's no mind
because
at
he
all?
has a non-screwed up mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But don't say he doesn't have any mind at all. Okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
If
If
there's a screwed up mind, there should be an unscrewed up mind. And wouldn't it be this guy?
And just because something is a mind doesn't mean it has to be screwed up.
Right.
Right, right.
Okay, that's disconnected.
Because then there couldn't be a direct perception of emptiness.
Well, Japa Mepa means what you say is irrelevant.
Uh-huh.
Where's the connection?
Right, right.
Okay. Then according to you, anytime someone is in, it should be okay to refer to the state of mind of a direct perception of emptiness
As one that has the
having
discrepancy.
discrepancy.
Because that's what we call a
Because
mind.
we called it mind.
Yeah.
Now this is very famous. The Madhyamakavatara says that the causes for a Buddha, the opening verses of the Madhyamakavatara say the causes for a Buddha include Ninje Sem,
Passion.
compassion, and Nisumelo.
A state of mind beyond duality.
Yeah, the state of mind beyond duality.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so don't tell me that Buddhists that believe there's no state of mind,
Beyond duality.
then Chandakirti's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chandakirti said these are one of the two big causes of a Buddha. The mind, lo. He used the same word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me that.
Nisumelo.
Now somebody says, lo yuna yu yang kelen gupe. If they have a mind, they must have an object in the mind. Then they haven't
Been
put to rest the habit of the mind to have an object, duality. They haven't put to rest duality. And this, you hear this a lot by lamas or people who haven't been trained well. And the goal of seeing emptiness is to have no duality. So according to this guy, wrong idea, he says, well, if they're seeing something during the path of seeing, then there must be duality. But duality doesn't mean that. Duality doesn't mean there's no subject and no object. It doesn't mean that. Right? What does duality mean?
It means no
Things
awareness.
look different
Discrepancy,
Yeah.
illusion. There's no difference between the way it is and the way it seems. That's what it means, no duality.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean there's no two things.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean there's no subject and object. That's not what no duality means in the path of seeing. Okay? It doesn't mean no subject, no object. It means the way the subject, it's the way the object appears and the way it is match. There's no discrepancy.
This translation.
Got it? I haven't looked at this translation.
Kesha, in verse 80, just look at this one word with us, maybe.
I feel like it's really clear.
They use seek instead of like tong.
Yeah.
And I translated it like, while it is true that there are no such things as subjects and objects beheld by a realized being.
I like that. That's okay.
Because I couldn't.
He's trying to be polite to Aryas.
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought about it for a while, trying to figure out a word that would sound right there. That was
Nick's pointing out that they have used the honorific word for tone.
Like
It's
generous.
seek like Chenrisik. Avalokiteshvara. Avaloka.
Okay.
Looking down. So, yeah, I'll buy that. Now, then Gyaltsab Jay says, how can you say that because there's no duality when you perceive emptiness directly, that there's no subject and object? Okay, how can you say that? Okay, you can't use non-duality to say there's no object and no subject. Okay,
it's not logical.
why? Because the fact that sound doesn't appear to your eye doesn't prove there's no sound.
It's pretty cool.
Okay. Besides that, everybody, Yabse, who's the Yabse here?
In this case, it's Nagarjuna and Aryadeva.
Yeah, Nagarjuna Aryadeva, whose texts we're commenting on.
Right.
I have a question about this too. I footnoted it earlier in the text that it was Nagarjuna Aryadeva. Should I then just like not footnote it again? Or in this case I
To
did.
me, it'd be a lot sexier to...
I did again this time.
Did they? I don't think they said it directly, by the way.
I can't remember.
I don't know if I would use quotation marks. I would go try to find where they said something like that.
They said
which
that.
is not an easy exercise.
In this text, find where he said it.
I don't think it's in this
You mean the
text.
quote?
Oh.
The quote
It's not a quotation. I doubt that it's a quotation.
Oh yeah, right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
They have described how. It's not a direct quotation.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, if you're really feeling
I
brave,
see what you're saying.
go check all of Nagarjuna's works.
Uh-huh.
If it were me, I might look for the word Yu-Chen, you know. I mean, you can try. I don't know if it's worth it.
They have said
It
that.
could be just,
the
it's
statement.
generally known that they said that. You know?
Yeah.
But if you want to be, I don't know. Okay. I'm not going through your translation yet. I'm just
I
trying to
know.
get these guys up to speed. So you want to say that if the Arya's wisdom doesn't see something, it must not exist. They also don't see pizza. Okay, so does pizza not exist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can't say anything which isn't seen by an Arya in the direct perception emptiness doesn't exist. Pizza chicha. Okay, I'm not getting hungry. Then you want to talk about which takes precedence, right? Ultimate perception or
Right.
conventional perception. That's ridiculous. I'm going to cover it later. Well, if the person has a state of mind during the direct perception emptiness, then during the path, Tenzin. Now, I like Tenzin,
Yeah.
and it's a difficult word. Okay, Sen means science. Like, what's Sendam Peche?
Send a page.
The Signs of a Buddha? Marx.
Mark.
Yeah, you are hot. You are hot. Yeah, signs of a Buddha. Okay, so Tenzin means
Grasping to
science.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it's grasping to science.
The
I
indication.
wrote grasping to indications
I
of
like
things that's coming
indications.
from
That's
their own
also
side. Wow.
even better.
Yeah.
Indications is better.
Mm.
But I challenge you to consider that it might mean that anything has anything inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That anything has any quality at all. That aspirin has any ability to take away your headache. I would suggest that that's Tenzin.
Mhm.
To look at an aspirin and think it could do something is Tenzin. You see, it's to believe that it has a quality. Okay. Nowadays I'm going this way. And you know, people evolve. I don't translate the way I translated 30 years ago. You know, and I right now in my ripe old age, things happen to me all the time. I get new and understanding stuff, and I'm just thinking it might be useful to somehow call it to see things in things. You see, I mean, or something like that.
Okay. I'll make a note for myself to change
To
it.
believe that an aspirin has anything in it. The word "in"
Right.
to me is 10 times more powerful than the word self-existent.
Yeah. There's no
Okay.
in the aspect.
Is there anything in the aspirin? Because to believe there is sen zin. To hold to an indicator. Okay, to hold that it has some quality.
But there's a nick in the nick.
Well, that's another story.
Grasping to indications
There is
of
a
things as
nick.
existing in and of themselves or in themselves.
I'm not going there yet.
All right. I'll just.
That's your problem.
This is the last one, so what happened here now? This is the one we were building up to.
Well, since any state of mind
Okay.
is believing that there's something inside its object. A quality inside
He
its
said
object.
that. Okay.
Okay, who said that?
He did.
Jack Campbell,
Kill Campbell. Okay.
Huashan.
Huashan.
the
Yeah.
Chinese master.
Huashan.
We don't
I
know
stand
who it is.
correct.
It's the Chinese
Huashan.
master. Okay, got it? And that's it. That's as far as we got.
Yeah. Monk.
Pay attention.
Promo.
Don't eat.
What?
You can eat, but pay attention. Don't distract everybody. Focus.
Yes.
You're about to get enlightened. You can eat later.
Like mine?
but it doesn't have to eat, so think of all the money you're going to save. No, I'm just kidding.
not worth
You're
it.
welcome to eat, but pay attention. You're welcome to eat, but pay attention. I'm going to have my green drink, my brown drink. So that's where we stopped it.
Yeah.
Okay? Some guys said if you did have a mind when you're seeing emptiness directly, it would have to be holding that things had things inside them.
Yeah.
Because mind
That's
necessarily
the
does that.
opposite.
Because anytime you have a mind, according to this person, anytime you have a state of mind, any state of mind, is already thinking that there's something inside of things.
What is that in the Tibetan? Here's their Kela.
Okay? Le kang du sung yang, tenzin. No matter what the mind holds,
Okay.
it is believing there's something in that object.
That's crazy.
Okay?
Okay.
Gyurwe.
Okay.
Tawa kyonglu, the people who support this view,
Okay.
or this kyong means to maintain a view.
Okay.
Yeah.
This kyong literally means to protect, but as a verb it means to maintain a view, sustain a view, or something like that. It can mean to protect. Okay, chukyong, dharma protector. But dawa kyong means to keep up a viewpoint, to sustain a viewpoint. Who is that? Gyakembo, this Chinese master from the past. Okay, he always gets picked on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure in the Chinese text the Tibetan guy is picked on. Okay, so here's term 3.
Alrighty.
All right, and this is where we're gonna go.
Woohoo.
So the basic where we are is we're trying to deal with someone who says that if there was a subject state of mind during the direct perception of emptiness, it would have to be thinking that its object had something in it.
Yeah.
Okay. All states of mind do that, according to this viewpoint. Okay, here we go. Read.
Tawa ge kempo tar tena nya.
Differentiate between these two T's.
Ge
Tar,
kempo tar te
te. Yeah.
Na,
Second
nyam.
one is aspirated.
te.
Not tar, right? Tar.
Tar.
Tar te.
Tar te. Tar te. Na. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it down. Nyamlan yang de kona ni de Nyamlan yang de kona tar ngyur tar
Good.
tar
Yeah, tar.
tar ngyur gute
Yeah, good pronunciation there. Give it.
tenzin nampa kuntu gakpa rik. So keep going.
Okay, now let's stop there. Tawa gai kempo tar pena. What's that te? Te.
Te,
It's not easy. Usually it's mite.
Incorrect.
Yeah,
so it's
good.
correct.
So rarely is it used without the me. If that viewpoint was correct, okay, if according to that master is correct,
We could just practice like that.
yeah, then you should practice that
Like
way.
that. Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna buy his
Just like that.
view,
Yeah.
then you should try to practice that way too.
Black, black, black.
Now listen,
Try not
if
to-
that's what's happening when you see emptiness directly, then you should use that same methodology as you are preparing to see emptiness directly. Okay, if it's true, okay, what he said about that every state of mind sees something inside of things, okay, and he says that's why you don't have a state of mind when you see emptiness. Then as you're practicing to get to that point, you should be following the same viewpoint. Okay, it's subtle,
Yeah.
it's tough. Okay, you're good. You'd have to use the same viewpoint.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Senzin number kundu kappa rik, and then it would be this riks means correct, and I made a note to myself because I struggled with it.
That would be the correct
It
way.
doesn't mean type,
Class?
type or class. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that.
Huh.
It means correct.
Wow. Then that would be the correct way to stop all.
No, it would be rikpa to guard.
To stop. It would be-
Yeah.
That's what I thought I said. Oh,
All
that would be.
senses,
Yeah.
all forms of senses.
To stop all. Yeah.
You could
All
never
mind work.
have a normal state of mind about anything, according to you.
Yeah.
While you're getting ready to see emptiness directly.
Yeah.
Okay?
It
When
would-
Geshe-la's explained the pen to you.
It would be
Right, to
incorrect.
stop mind.
Yeah, stop your mind, man.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get there.
Yeah.
Stop seeing anything.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If
yeah.
you think that's the goal, it should also be the path.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
as you're getting ready to see emptiness, and people are explaining the pen to you, you should never think the pen is anything. You shouldn't think the guy explaining has any qualities. You shouldn't think the pen has any qualities. You shouldn't think the table has any qualities, the chair. Okay?
Mhm.
Because according to you, it's always wrong to have a normal state of mind.
Yeah.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
What it means is while someone's explaining the pen to you, you are misunderstanding it.
Yeah.
Might be true.
No, it's always true.
Yeah.
All the time.
Okay, yeah. When I got the pen, I'm saying this is coming from you. You are looking at it and saying, yeah, the pen which comes this way is coming from me. I understand. Like I'm saying, your mind is, even after seeing emptiness directly, when you come out, it still looks that way. So as Geshe-la is explaining the pen for the 2000th time, during that time, you still believe it's coming this way, and you are still using a conventional state of mind. Okay, hopefully, using wrong states of mind, you get to a correct state of mind. Okay, that's an important concept in this page.
Yeah. But he's being sarcastic, isn't he?
Yeah,
Like,
he's saying, okay,
Yeah.
according to
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
he
yeah.
should use not seeing. He should use seeing emptiness to see emptiness.
Right. Right. That's.
Okay, no normal state of mind is allowed.
Right.
Okay, according to you.
Mhm.
Okay, God rig key.
Key.
But this is the
The
disjunctive key.
disjunctive key. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
but
a lot of nerve.
even Sosokyeros,
Yeah. Even people who haven't seen emptiness directly.
yeah,
Kyang.
Holding the thing.
Tenzin Nyamlen
They practice.
practice to get there,
Yeah.
in which they are
Still
believing
holding.
things have something in them.
Yeah.
Laklen till means this.
Palm of your
Till
hand.
is the palm of your hand, and till to chepa means make it your main practice. It's called palm practice. Okay, Laklen till means make it your heart practice. Make it the essence of your practice. So till in scripture means make it your number one practice.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Their number one practice is what?
Practicing that
Shenzhen.
with that kind of holding to things wrong.
Oh,
Grasping
their
to
number one-
indications of things.
The whole process, during the explanation of the pen, the essence of their practice is they think it's coming this way.
Yeah.
They are depending on the state of mind. Okay, they have to use this state of mind. It's all they have. It's all they have. So what do you want to cancel everything up to Jonah? You know,
Up to Tongla,
they
right?
need to use that state of mind. But that state of mind's fucked up. Yeah, I know, but they need to use it. They need something.
Yeah.
They need to use it. It's defective. I know. It's the only one they have. Got it? It's very cool. You know, don't say they can't use it. What are they going to do? Go to bed? It's all they have to use. You know, don't tell them they can't use that. He even calls it, it's their heart practice,
Yeah.
is to use this defective state of mind to figure out that it's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it? It's very beautiful. It's really weird.
It is.
Namtamche to make sure, according to you,
It would be
it would
incorrect.
be in every way wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just incorrect.
Uh-huh.
It'd be totally, completely, 100% wrong
Okay.
for them to think about the pen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're messed up.
To use any intellectual.
Their mind is messed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Is he being sarcastic?
He is.
Yeah, totally sarcastic.
being
Because otherwise
Yeah.
you could just go in the basement.
According to
and
you, they
sit
should
on
go
their
to the
head.
beach and give up.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any other tool to use.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
He's
Got
gotta
it?
be cool, man. Be a flower.
Yeah. Deta na lo de la denchita chanyam, no? So, when they are thinking about the pen, what kind of dunchi, haso,
When they are looking at the
dunchi,
pen, yes, manifest
mental
Mental image.
image,
manifest
okay, the mental image,
Yeah.
pen, okay. Jita char, this is a form of the verb char.
Oh. To rise.
Yeah, what
Appears. Yes.
kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
general idea comes up in their mind?
Uh-huh.
What kind of dinchi comes up in their mind.
Another.
Okay. Oh, we would teach it with the metaphor base through the metaphor.
Example related.
By the way, did you recently have any base?
Yeah. Oh, examples or metaphors?
Man, I'm gonna throw something at somebody.
Do we have this?
Does base sound familiar, buddy?
The signs. Martial signs.
Begu.
Oh,
The
the
nine.
9 lions?
The lion's dance. Yeah. No.
I got a headache.
9. Hey.
Come on.
Today?
You remember it was a long time ago.
Today?
Kishimako talked about it for 10 days, 5 days.
The
You had
lion's
9
dance?
base
The
recently.
lion's dance. Messages.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where?
Oh, that's Kamala Sue.
Yeah, it's a diamond kind of super. I talked about it all day for 5 days.
I still don't remember that word.
Okay. Okay. What's the bay here? Namka.
Sky.
Sky. Okay.
Like sky.
Okay, so this
metaphors
is
like the sky.
This is called Namka Tabu. It's also a name for
Space-like
Lion's Dance
meditation.
level
5.
5. Namka Taye. Infinite space. Namka Tabu.
Yeah.
So sometimes the direct perception of emptiness is called Namka Tabu. Space-like. Don't confuse it with Namka Taye, which means infinite space, which is the lowest formless form of meditation. Not the same. Okay. So the other guy, he's saying, yeah, space-like, man. Sungnam Tadaki Wemba. Wemba means Emba.
Far away. Like a
You
far.
can say Wemba or you can say Emba.
I never heard that.
It's a Damka. Emba, but you're supposed to move your mouth. Like Emba.
A far off place.
Famous Lama named
Wensapa.
Ensapa.
And Sapa.
Okay. Which means out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Isolated.
Buoy.
Buoy. Yeah. Buoy's Wemba. Mexico, Wemba. Okay, Wemba. Tadak means all and every. It's like Tamche, but it's stronger, much stronger.
Okay.
Each and every. Wem.
Sumna.
Now, in the Vajrayogini sadhana, there's a Sum Zenki Chishin.
The vines that bind?
Oh, Akisu, man. The 2 vines of what?
Grasping.
Grasping and what is grasped.
Yeah.
In the poetry of the sadhana. Okay. Why does it say vine?
Because
It refers to this.
Yeah,
refers
it's
to
the 2
this.
side channels. Okay. And they are called vine. Vine is this plant which grows around things. Okay. And it grows around the central channel. So it's called the 2 vines. Okay. The left one is responsible for
desire.
Ignorant desire.
Sin or zin? Zin or sun?
Zin.
Jinbe number. So say zinnam.
Zinnam.
Sunnam.
Sungnam.
Zinnam.
Zinnam.
Sunnam.
Sungnam.
Zinnam means the aspect of the subject. Sunnam means the aspect of the object.
Oh, cool.
And we misunderstand both. And it's related to yoga. It's related to the 2 side channels. Which is which? I think this one to your left is your zin.
It's your subject.
Subject, vine. And then the right one is the summa.
Object.
Female, male.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay. What do you call it if you manage to throw off those 2 vines?
Avaduti.
Man, I can teach you 10 times.
Shake it out.
Okay.
That's my
It's
refuge
a
name.
name for the central channel. Avaduti. Throw off those 2 side channels. That's why you do yoga. It loosens this 2 side channel.
Shake it.
One is responsible for misunderstanding subjects, and one is responsible for misunderstanding objects, which is kind of the 2 great divisions of emptiness.
Yeah.
Right? People and things.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright. So according to him, wow, look, Buddha talked about space-like, man. No sunnams. No objects.
Right.
Okay, no object aspect to things. Okay, number, sunway number. Okay. So, how are you going to get anything coming up in your mind if space-like means no object?
No objects. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so then what are you going to use for Junchi?
How could you possibly have an
Yeah.
object in your mind,
Yeah.
a mental image in your
What,
mind?
what are you going to use for a mental image in a world where it's wrong to hold to something?
Geshe, what does Wenpa mean here? Thrown up,
Wenpa means tomba,
gotten rid of,
devoid of,
devoid of.
completely devoid of. So you got to find some very powerful word, because normally it means to go out in the middle of the desert and do a 3-year retreat.
Right, right.
Okay, normally it means go to a totally empty place without anything. So Wenpa means that. But as a verb,
Yeah.
empty of, it's a very powerful Tibetan word for devoid. Devoid of. Okay. What? Each and every sumnam. Not just sumnams. He didn't say sumnam ki tong. He said sumnam tada ki Wenpa. Completely devoid of any object of the mind, like space. You know, the Buddha said. Okay? Alright?
Yeah.
Now it looks like it might be a reference to something in the text, and I checked and it's not.
In the
Okay.
root text.
Not in the
It's
root
not in
text.
the root text.
It's just a general reference to what the Buddha called Namkata Buddhinginzen.
It's just Gyaltsen J riffing.
Yeah, I checked because I was curious. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we asked him, well, okay, when you're the direct procession emptiness, what are you using for Dunchi? Oh, nothing. Okay, that's why it's called empty space. Okay, all right.
Functionalists.
Now I want to point out something that I feel about his style, Gyaltsen J's style.
Samparjao.
He will say Sampajal, which means you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, and he does it a couple times already, and I have a feeling he's going to keep doing it. And it's the imperative tense of think. It's like, okay, you think about this. You think about it. It's almost he's angry or challenging the other guy. Okay, that's okay, but you just think about one thing, okay? Just think about one thing. What? Okay, then there's Ngopomawa. Who's a Ngopomawa?
The functionalists. Yeah.
Yeah, who's Ngopomawa?
It's
They're called functionalists.
things are based on their causes and conditions. That's how you described it in ACI course
Means
1.
that things are ultimate if they function.
Together, right?
And
That's better. Say that again.
Things are ultimate if they function. We were talking about this. Correct.
You can say it the other way, is that gasoline, does have something in it that does something. They believe that.
Because it performs the function.
They refuse to believe that what makes an aspirin work is coming from me. They say, okay, you can talk about projection, you can talk about mind, you can talk about names, you can talk about karmic seeds. That's okay. But in the end, there's something in gas that's not in water that gets your car to rim rub. Okay? They're like, come on, get real. So they're called functionalists. You know, they believe fire is hot. Nobody put the heat in fire. And it would be impossible to have a fire that wasn't hot. Therefore, it'd be impossible to walk on water. In their school. Okay? That's not the nature of water. Okay? Water has something inside it that makes it sinkable.
Sink-inable.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now, one of their popular viewpoints of the highest school of the Ngopomawas. How many schools of the 4 ancient schools are Ngopomawas?
3.
Good. What's the highest of the 3?
Mind.
Which of the 6 flavors of emptiness belongs to them?
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Well, give me one of them.
The one where the
Yeah, nice.
subject and object
Say
are
the whole
coming.
thing.
Subject and object are coming from are empty of
Okay.
not coming from the same
So,
seed.
they're mind-only school. Big idea. The next time you meet an irritating person, just remember they are splitting off of a single thing and created you and them. Who put you in the room?
You
Okay, who put them in the room? Who put you in the room? The subject and the object split off from the same thing. Okay. Well, I guess they're all wrong. I guess they're not a Buddhist school.
But doesn't
Because they accept Sungnam and Zinnam. They accept an
Subject
aspect
and
of
object.
subject, and they accept an aspect of object. In fact, they spend their whole life explaining why they come from the same seed. But according to you, they're all wrong. I understand. You think about it. Honey, go home and think about it.
So that's what he's saying. I mean,
Yeah, he's saying it to these guys. He said, okay, I understand there's no, in the mind doesn't have us. Yeah, and there's no Zinnam, there's no separate object side of it, there's no separate subject side of it. Yeah, it's like those three schools, of Buddhism for 2,000 years talk about that. Yeah, I guess they're just messed up. You think about it. He's like that, okay? You just think about it. He doesn't say, you're contradicting 2,000 years of 75% of all Buddhist schools. He just says, could you go home, honey, and just think about it? Okay? Zinnam Delayang. So when they talk about a Zinnam, a subject aspect of things, of the mind, it has a unique
not shared.
a unique, some kind of
mental
unique
image.
Image of the mind. How can that appear in their mind? You go home and think about it, honey.
Yeah.
Okay? How can they have any object appear in their mind? Okay? Any archetype.
I'm sorry, who's he referring to now? Just those schools of
Gautama.
Buddhism?
Okay.
The functional in general.
So these are the guys who believe, Dipa,
Uh-huh.
in these two things. They're always separating the aspect of the object and the aspect of what is of the subject, Sungnam and Zinnam.
Uh-huh.
They spend their whole life talking about it. Yeah, and and they talk about unique mental images that come up in the mind. Just think about it, man. What's happening according to you. He doesn't say you're an idiot. He says, you go home and think about it. Okay? That's Gyaltsen's style. Tekba Chemba Shungla Nyalwa Shittima Chepe Kinyin. Tekba Chemba Shungla Nyalwa Shittima Chepe Kinyin. Your problem, honey, is that you haven't spent any time with the Mahayana books. Okay, who did he say that to? Chepachuki Senge, who wrote a 12-volume commentary on the Prajnaparamita. Your problem, man, is you haven't spent any time with the Mahayana.
Who said Gyaltsen said that? Whoa. That's hilarious.
It is funny. This guy writes a 12-volume commentary on the Prajnaparamita. Your problem is you ain't spent any time studying. That's his style.
Classy.
That's Gyaltsen.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he should.
It's
He
one-
should work in a bar, right?
It's 1:32, guys.
Oh man, come on!
Yeah,
One more line. And Nodi has this style of saying things about. He's going to do it again in about a page.
Yeah.
Now, there's an expression, Nyongtsam. Nyongtsam. Okay, Nyongtsam means just an experience. Nyongtsam. Okay,
As opposed to
experienced. Okay, just an experiencer. Okay, just an experiencer.
As opposed
Yeah.
to the experiencer. The experience without the experiencer. Is
Yeah, the emphasis is on the experiencer. Just the experience. Just the experience. Now, apparently the other guy said, wait a minute. Isn't there this thing in scripture about Nyongtsam? The simple experience? What do you call it? Raw experience. Okay, the raw experience. Wait, isn't there this thing in scripture about the raw experience? And he says, come on, that just means Mingi Tanya Tsam, something which exists nominally. Okay, that it doesn't mean there's no object of experience, especially in the direct reception of emptiness, or that there's no holder Okay, it doesn't mean that. When you say simple experience, it doesn't imply there's no subject.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Now
it
is-
just means that that experience is nominal.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming through seeds.
Okay.
Okay,
Like the middle way.
simple raw experience doesn't mean. It doesn't mean there's no subject state of mind at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it never meant that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't quote me that. You know, straight stuff. Don't say, "Oh, raw experience." It just happens.
Mm-hmm.
There's just an experience, you know,
Mm-hmm.
especially with reference to
Subject and object.
imperfect possession, emptiness. Don't give me that.
Yeah.
And if you study all the Nyong Sams in scripture, which I did, because I was like, what the hell is he talking about? There are several conversations about how it means that the thing is coming from your seeds.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Sam here means Tanye Sam, means coming only from your seeds.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't exist ultimately.
Mm-hmm. Can,
Okay. But
Tanye.
Sam here, just, means just your seeds opening. It doesn't mean there can be an experience with no experiencer.
right.
Like a mirror appearance.
Okay, because he's trying to say specifically, Tonglam,
Yeah. It's
it's
just.
the mind is gone. There's no experiencer.
Yeah.
There's just the raw experience.
Right.
You know, it just happens.
Right.
You know, he's like, but wait, scripture says just happens. He says, don't give me that. Okay, when he says just then, it actually means the opposite.
Yeah.
It's coming from your seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He says, don't give me that just an, don't give me that just an experience. Yeah, come on. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
And I went and found you some Nyong Sams,
Cool.
but I don't like them too much. I found better ones and I didn't write them down.
Oh,
So we can almost erase this part actually. I'm gonna erase this part because it's not relevant.
examples of raw experience.
I did find a Nyong Sam
A cool one.
where they said it is Tanye. Let's leave it for now. But anyway, I'm not going there. This is a different discussion of Nagarjuna. Okay.
Oh, cool. We should probably stop, Kishla, because we got to get down to class downstairs.
Okay.
And you have
I'm
to get
okay.
home.
Anyway, he's gonna attempt a response. Okay. The other guy's gonna attempt a response.
Cool.
Yeah. And by the way, within a page, Gyaltser J's gonna use something later in the text to prove he's wrong.
To prove
Prove who's right.
Hushang is wrong?
He's gonna use Nagarjuna. He's gonna use Nagarjuna's 60 verses
Oh.
to prove that the guy who's commenting on the 60 verses has made a mistake. He's gonna give a refutation by quoting the 60 verses
Right. Yeah.
to dispute an interpretation of the 60 verses.
Yeah.
Okay, got it?
A different, yeah.
That's
Nah.
the kind of cute thing he would do.
Sashi Pugi Jushing Metov Cham Rirabling Shin Yende Gempadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Jokun Namda Shingla Juparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami Gewadi Gewokun Sunam Yeshe Tsokzoshing Sunam Yeshe Lejungwe Damba Kunyi Toparsho.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
He's hot.
It's great.
It's really cool if you can convey to your reader. Because he was a kind person, he was a compassionate person, but he did not suffer fools.
Right.
You know that expression? He did not suffer fools.
It's like Isaac Newton. That's cool. Thanks, Geshe-la.